everyone, this is Tammy from Tammy Colors 2, and welcome to Sachdeva Sunday, where we color in our Sachin Sachdeva and Prachi Dewan Sachdeva books, and talk and chat and have fun. So that is what we're doing today. Today is Christmas Eve, and it's very exciting. It's hard to believe that we're already there. This week I said I would do a picture out of the new Mosaic Art Christmas Mandalas color by number, and it's going to be the very last one in the book, so that it doesn't, I kind of like doing that with these because then it doesn't obscure or put marks. I don't do that all the time, but you know. So, you know, you can't tell, there's no solutions with this one. There is no flip through of this because, well, until it's finished, you can't really flip through it. So, it's a cool book. I love the Mosaic art books. I have my Teo tree markers with a couple of ringers in here for colors that I didn't feel were good matches in the Teo trees. So, this is really a mystery, and we are going to get started. It's very exciting. It's Christmas. I think if I... there we go. So if I leave it there, got my blotter sheet in. Not that it really matters because this is the end of the book, but I just wish there was a way that I could keep them from coming out. Okay, so we're going to start with 21, which is the peach color, which I'm using one of my chroma markers. For that, it is a fine and a chisel. They do not post. But we're going to see. I think this one is a much better match. And I really like these markers. I don't think, you know, I probably should have checked to see if I could get all the colors in here. But it was just easier to use the Teo trees, and I'm trying to use up my Teo trees. Well, I mean, not use them up because I'll probably keep them. I mean, I should always have a set. I have, like I said, I have 3 sets right now in various stages of, what do you want to call, decomposition. Because of, I had given a set to my mom, and then she, I don't know, like I said, I think she feels guilty that I give her stuff, so she gave it back to me. And I had already bought a second set because, you know, you can't buy these open stocks. So it's nice to have a duplicate set in the wings if you can find one at a decent price. And so that's how I ended up with 3 sets. And so now I have no idea which one is the original one. And I keep thinking that what I should do is just dump them all into one big bag. And I might do that, actually. I like having the small bag, though. I don't know. Tough. Anyway, no more talk about markers. This is Christmas. I feel like I should be playing Christmas music. However, I know that YouTube would not like that, so we're not doing that. And not everyone celebrates Christmas. So, yesterday I went, well, today is Saturday. I'm not going to lie. Because I have to get this up and get it posted, so I'm actually doing it late again. It has been a very story of my life, and probably the same story you hear all the time, at least right now, which I'm hoping to change, is that I had no time. I've been getting ready for Christmas, and I probably should have said that there wouldn't be one, but this is going to be a fast one, and I really wanted to do one for Christmas. Do you know how much Christmas coloring I have done? I've been trying to get my November buddy colors done and my Decembers. I have done like 3/4 of a Christmas page because I did a matchstick mouse. And it's not really Christmas. I think it's winter. It's the new one. Not the Christmas storybook, but the winter. And I almost have it done. And the funny thing is I keep forgetting that I need to finish it. I have so many pages to finish, and I should just tell myself allow myself to do some Christmas coloring, because that's really what I want to do right now. And not that, I mean, some of them are Christmas pages, and I need to sit down and do those. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to finish my Chompy Fluff Monsters book, because neither Kathy nor I got ours done for November. So I have those 3, plus we have the last 2 for December, and then the book will be done. And I really want to get it done, but the problem is I want to color Christmas, and I am gonna make the last 2 pages Christmassy, I think. Christmassy, yeah, Christmassy or wintry, just because it was fun. I have fun modifying those pages. If you didn't know, Chompy Fluff Monsters, this is volume 3 that we're working on, is a Morgan O'Brien book. It's a set that he has volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. And we decided to do volume 3. I think because I thought the dinosaurs looked more fun in that one to color. If you're going to color one book the entire year. We have already picked our project book for next year, which I'm very excited about. So I'm sure we need to talk about how we're going to do it. We might give ourselves 2 months, because I think most of them are double page spreads. But we'll see. I need to talk to her, and she's been busy working, and I've been busy working. And it's just been crazy, but that's life, right? So how is everyone doing? It's Christmas Eve for y'all when you see this, and it's gonna be, you know, hopefully you've got your stuff done that you need to get done. I need to run out and get one thing, because I mean, not that it matters. If you have to go out last minute, you have to go out last minute. That's life, you know. But there was something else I discovered because of someone got someone that I am giving presents to for Christmas, and I wanted to get something to go along with that. And I know it's confusing, but I don't like to stay until Christmas is over. Not that any of my family know that, besides my husband, that I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, no one knows that I have a YouTube channel. I think because I would never talk about people. I mean, you know, it's not that I'm afraid they'll discover things. I just don't, like, nobody would be interested in it. None of my friends would be interested. I mean, there is a girl at work that knows. And she was watching for a while, but then she had a baby, and I think she's probably been too busy with that. So yeah. Ooh, I'm getting over. I'm not too worried. This is a light color, so it's just, you know, been kind of hectic, and we had a lot of people out sick at work this past week. It was supposed to be a pretty easy week, but it was completely insane because we had people sick and just not enough people to do the work that everyone wanted done, because of course everyone's trying to get everything done before the holiday, and next week is a short week too because it's New Year's. So, and it's busy for my husband because most of the companies he works for print stuff in China. So I know that a lot of them are trying to get stuff in before China closes down in January. So it's a big rush for him. I know he's drowning with work, which is good, but also, like, oh my goodness. Sometimes you wonder, like, when you're going to get a break. I was talking with a friend that also makes YouTube videos, and I said, I don't know how people that do videos, like, I want to have a schedule, and I feel so bad that I can't keep up with a schedule. And she's like, well, having a full-time job like you do, you're crazy. Because, you know, you it's tough. And I mean, she's right. I didn't realize how hard it would be. I mean, like, I've been doing the tea video and the celebration of tea and this, and that's literally all I get done all week long. I'm hoping that gets better at the beginning of the week. So that's all I end up talking about. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I mean, did anybody get anything cool? I'm sure some people have probably gotten some of their gifts for Christmas, and I haven't had a lot of time to watch videos. I've watched some. I know people are expecting to get things for Christmas. The shipping this year is kind of crazy. I mean, the post office looks so busy, but aren't they always? Because I shipped stuff out to my family and some good friends that we have in Louisiana. Because I went out with my friend yesterday for lunch because she was in town, and I said, well, I learned a long time ago that a lot of the people that I am related to are my friends that, they don't need stuff, and so they all appreciate homemade stuff. And so I just started baking and trying to send unique things, or trying to do like my great grandmother used to do. She baked all Christmas season. She died when I was 5, so I remember her, but I do not remember the Christmas cookies. And my mom said the table would just be filled with Christmas cookies, like, everywhere. She loved to bake, and my mom says that's probably where I get it from. So it's fun. My mom loves to bake too. She's always, I think my mom makes dessert more than I do, but I just get tired of it because I don't eat the things I make because I've been a diabetic since I was 18. And I mean, I'll taste stuff, and there's a lot of things that I like now that I didn't like when I was a kid. My tastes have definitely changed, but I've been playing with making some sugar-free stuff, but then by the time I get it, I just don't want it anymore. I'm tired of it. So I really don't make sugar-free stuff that much because I honestly won't eat it anymore. Now, my father-in-law did get me some fudge that a guy made that he sells, and it's really good. Some sugar-free fudge. Some guy in Michigan, I think he lives in Lansing or something. That's really good. I love that fudge. It's very rich though, so it's taken me forever to eat it. And then it's very exciting. I got a bug up my butt and said, you know what? I'm going to try to make a pecan pie because my mom likes pecan pie, and I haven't had one in forever because it's liquid sugar and pecans, and eggs. And, well, it's one of the things that you can't make sugar-free. And so I looked at some of the available sweeteners, and I used a keto recipe. I modified a keto recipe because keto is just something special that I can't quite explain. I mean, I got my mom a birthday cake from a keto bakery for her 75th birthday, like a little one. And they only used, see, here's the thing that you have to know about sweeteners is like Swerve, you know, the xylitol sweeteners are awesome. However, you have to mix them because they have a cooling effect. You can't just use them straight. Otherwise, I mean, unless you're really used to that, it's that taste that you get when you eat gum. It's the cooling effect. That's from the sweetener, the xylitol. And it's a natural sweetener. But you have to mix it with something. So I got allulose, which is derived from figs, and it's a liquid. And Splenda makes one, and then they make just a plain allulose. And I actually mixed the two because the Splenda actually has more flavor, and it tastes more like a syrup, kind of. It's hard to explain. So I used the two, and actually, it came out. It had the right texture. It had a good flavor. So I'm quite pleased with how it came out. And then I made some sugar-free, oh, I missed it. What's 11? Dark green. I need to cover this over before I miss the fact that I colored it the wrong color. So yeah, I was quite happy with the way the pecan pie, but then again, it's so rich, and I'm not used to eating rich stuff like that anymore. And so, I mean, I made a tiny one. I bought like a 6-inch high shell pie pan because I didn't have any small ones, and I just made a tiny one because I didn't know if it was going to come out. I didn't know what it was going to taste like. And the nice thing is, because it's made from natural sugars, you know, it's not going to cause the runs like stuff with xylitol has. Or xylitol, I mean maltitol, which is the one that they've been using forever. But I'm just tired, you know, I honestly just don't want stuff. By the time I get to thinking about it, I made some sugar-free lemon sugar cookies, and I decided I wished, as much as I love lemon, I wished I had made just plain sugar cookies, sugar-free sugar cookies, because I don't like sweeteners. Don't what do I want to say? There's a word that I'm trying to think of. Sweeteners just don't work with some flavors as well as others do. And I didn't feel like the lemon worked with the sugar-free sweeteners I was using. Oops, that's 11. Why am I coloring the 11? I mean, they're good, and I'm sure a lot of people would think that they were good, especially since all of us diabetics don't get sugar-free stuff very much. But it just, I didn't like them. So I need to play with that a little bit and just make some normal. I actually found a recipe on Instagram for soft sugar cookies that what's the word I'm thinking of? Like you make in a pan and then you can cut them out. You don't even need a cookie cutter. So I think I may try to make those. It'll probably be after Christmas. It'll probably be next week because I don't have time right now to make them. But if anybody, there have been a number of things that I have been successful at making sugar-free or no sugar added. I mean, they still have carbs, so, you know, it's not the fact that they don't raise your blood sugar, it's just that they raise it more slowly, or, you know, it's the type of sugar matters. So, but anyway, I'm sure you don't want to talk about diet, blah, 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 diet, which I need to go on one that is not a seafood diet. Haha, you know what I mean. I do eat some stuff. I've been successful with a few things, adding them into my diet. But I really need to get, years ago, I found a recipe for these pączki that are basically, they're donuts. They're Polish donuts. And she made them without frying them. She baked them in the oven. And I thought, oh, I could do those sugar-free. Not that I couldn't do regular donuts sugar-free. But I don't want to make cake donuts. Here's the thing. I don't want sugar-free cake donuts. I want sugar-free actual donuts with cream in the middle, because those were my favorite kind. I mean, if it's not a Bismarck or a cruller or something, and I wouldn't even know how to make a cruller, it's not a real donut. And it can't have jelly in it. And she made these, that's kind of the crux for me. She made these with jelly. I mean, typical traditional pączki, I think you stuff with jelly, which getting spreadable fruit is not a problem if I liked jelly in my donuts, which I do not. I have to figure out a cream or a custard to put in them, which, I could make. I kind of would like to make like a chocolate cream, but the crux for me is that chocolate doesn't work as well with sweeteners as other things do. For me, the taste of the chocolate is not the same when you use an artificial sweetener, and I have a lot of trouble getting around that. It just doesn't work. I don't care what they say. But anyway, if anybody else has played with stuff or has any recipes that they would like to share, hey, hit me up. I'm always open for especially sugar-free recipes, or I don't know, the yummiest cookies on earth that I can share with my family and friends, and also make and try to experiment with making them sugar-free. So I'm all for that. But anyway, so I don't know, is anybody else doing any baking for Christmas this year? I have so many like Christmas stories. I need to do a coloring video, and tell y'all a Christmas story about why I believe in Santa Claus. And the only problem is I told everybody that, I just wanted to tell happy things. And it's not that it's not happy, but it's one of those happy things that makes you cry in the end, like a Disney movie. Which, by the way, we watched the Netflix movie Klaus last night. Klaus. It's a cartoon, and it is really good. I, of course, cried. Told my husband, stupid cartoons, always making me cry. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? Stupid cartoons. So, but I haven't watched the Candy Cane Lane thing on Amazon yet. I don't know if I'm just not in the mood. I am not. I mean, y'all have probably figured this out. Like, I'm not the silly, stupid movie kind of person. I hate to say stupid. I don't know what else to call it. I mean, I like Home Alone. I have to be in the mood for Home Alone. I like Christmas Vacation a lot. He gets on my nerves, though, I will admit. But the original one is really good. I'll talk to y'all and color the wrong thing. Have to be careful. So that we watched. Oh, what else did we watch this week? So we've been trying to watch a Christmas movie every night. We watched the Bishop's Wife, which is an old movie. It's in color. I think it came out in 1950, 50 something. I can't remember now. And then we did watch White Christmas with Bing Crosby, and then we watched Christmas in Connecticut, which I had never seen, which is fun. Trying to remember if there's anything else Christmas. Oh, we watched A Christmas Carol with, now there are a million, if you look up A Christmas Carol, there are 10 million versions out there, because they've been doing 4 a year for the last 30 years, 50 years. But we watched the Patrick Stewart version that came out in like 1999 or 93 or something like that. And I told him, I'm like, well, we need to watch a different version and try to watch them all at some point, like not all at once, because I think you get tired of A Christmas Carol. But yeah, that's like a goal. I would like to see at least a good portion of all the Christmas carols that have been done, to see what the differences are. Because everyone kind of puts their own spin on it, I think. But I haven't watched any of the newer Christmas, except for Claus, which came out last year, I think it was. And oh, it is so good. I'm not gonna lie. At least I really liked it. I can recommend it. I was looking at the Rotten Tomatoes list. Has anybody seen, well, I know my mom said she had, but it's been such a long time. Meet Me in St. Louis is supposed to be one of the best Christmas movies. But I've never seen it. I've never seen Meet Me in St. Louis, and it just doesn't have, of course, The Bishop's Wife doesn't have a Christmas movie, doesn't scream Christmas movie to you in the title either. You just kind of have to know that it's a Christmas movie, a movie about Christmas. And if you like Cary Grant, which I do in most things, I like Cary Grant. My mom was a big Doris Day, Cary Grant, Rock Hudson fan, so I've seen a fair amount of their stuff. So I don't know what we're going to watch tonight. My mom, when I talked to her yesterday, she said that they watched the Dick Van Dyke 98th birthday, which, amazing. He does YouTube videos sometimes too, Dick Van Dyke does. And my mom goes, do you have Mary Poppins? And I went and looked on my shelf, and I do not have Mary Poppins on DVD, which is very disappointing. And I must rectify this. I do not have The Music Man either, which is another disappointment that I must rectify. So, I love Mary Poppins. I grew up with it. I could recite it word for word pretty much. I've seen it so many times in my life. Of course, it came out. Did it come out? I think it came out before I was born, because it came out in 1968. And I love Robert Preston from the Music Man. I just love him to death. I'm an old schooler. Sometimes I tell my mom I was born in the wrong era, because it's like there are so many things I don't like that that most people do when it comes to like movies and different things. It's kind of crazy. But I like hearing other people's opinions and you know, takes on movies and why they like them or why they don't like them. Because I find it fascinating how everyone else looks at the world. I try to take all of that into account when I try to take other people's feelings into consideration. I don't ever want my opinion to hurt someone's feelings. I'm not gonna lie though, I was pretty down last night, and I'm not really sure why. I think I was just missing everyone, when you get to a certain point in your life and your grandparents are gone, or maybe even your parents are gone, and it gets to be the holidays and you're just like, your life just constantly changes, it's the way it is. You lose people, and I think you miss them. At least most of us do. And I was just missing my grandparents and some of my friends last night. And you start thinking about all the times, because when you're experiencing it, when you're back in that moment, you don't think about these people not being around or something, And I didn't want to say anything because it's like, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to make people sad. But I am a very, I don't know, emotional isn't the right word for what I am. Empathetic, I guess. And that's very tough to be sometimes. Because it means that you can feel, in a way, not exactly what other people feel, and you're just always, in tune with emotions and stuff, and it can be exhausting. Let's see, did I get all the 11s? Ooh, it'll be exciting to see what this thing looks like. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I missed some 11s over here because it's a mandala, so it's going to be kind of symmetrical. I'm trying to think of, like, fun things to talk about. I'm so tired from I'm tired from Christmas already, but it's been fun. It has been fun so far. All right, so it's interesting that the 16 is there. And it's over there. Wow, that's cool. Okay, talking to myself. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. When other people are listening, I shouldn't talk to myself. Of course, I am talking to myself. Oh, I am technically talking to myself. Okay, I think I got all the 11s. Although I'm sure there's going to be one somewhere that I missed. Oh, yep, there's gotta be some here. There's some right here. Maybe not. Maybe. Huh. It'll be an interesting mandala because it's not entirely symmetrical, which is cool. So I'm anxious to see what this looks like. Oh, what do we got? All right, so I am going to finish this. And then I will be back on. See you in a minute. Okay, I am done. And here it is. It took me a little while. Like, it wasn't until after I was, like, done when I realized that I think those are Christmas trees and those are little houses and a tree behind it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I see it now. But it really came out good. You can see it better in the camera. I think I was just up too close to it. So it came out really cute. I really like that. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Or happy Sunday. Thanks for joining me. I am actually not going to do a video for December 31st because I think we will be out of town at some point, and I don't know. I'm sure that I won't have time to film it, but if I do, I'll do something and it'll be a surprise. In the meantime, if you want to, I haven't picked anything for the first weekend, the first Sunday in January. So, you know, if y'all are wanting to color in something, or you want me to do something in particular, let me know in the comments. I would be happy to pull something out and color in it. If there's something y'all want to see me work in. So let me know. And until then, have a good one. Talk to you later. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.